Hello there, I'm Alexandra Beuter and welcome to part one of my laundry room makeover. If you are a regular viewer and you've done lots of decorating with me, then you know in laundry rooms I really like to go all out. I don't like to leave a single area untouched really. I just think it's such a great opportunity to have a lot of fun with your space. So today we're gonna get started on DIY projects. I have so much to share with you and most importantly, I need your help to pick a few things out. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're new here, welcome. Definitely consider subscribing. I'd love to have you, and let's get started. So let's take a little tour of this laundry room so you guys can see what we're working with, what our before looks like. Now, it is a pretty good sized laundry room. It's not too small, it's definitely not big, really right in the middle. The one thing it does have is a ton of natural lighting, which I've never had a laundry room with windows until this house, so I absolutely love having those windows. We did take down a wall wire shelf, but that's pretty much it. We don't have storage in here at the moment, so that is number one on my list. And the overall layout of the design is going to be tile on the bottom walls and then wallpaper on the top. So now that I have the layout of the design figured out, it's time to actually go shopping for everything. Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. And the first store I went to is a fabric store because I'm gonna do something a little bit risky with our wall storage. I'm going to do cabinets, but I'm going to remove the center panel of the cabinets and pleat fabric. So I'm going to be stapling it on and hand pleating it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I saw this photo a couple of months ago, and I am not exaggerating when I tell you, I have not stopped thinking about this photo. I absolutely love this idea for cabinets. I think it is so beautiful. It's so homey. It has like a cottagey feel, and everything about it I just absolutely loved. I told you I love taking risks in a laundry room, so why not do this in here? And the main colors in this laundry room, of course, there's gonna be blue, there's gonna be white, but my accent color, I'm going back and forth between pink and yellow. And so after I grabbed all of my fabric swatches just to kind of play around here, and in reality, I will be choosing the wallpaper before I choose a fabric for the cabinet doors, just because that decision is a lot more important. However, I thought this would be the best way for you guys to help me pick an accent color. We know we're going with blue and white, but should the accent color be yellow or should it be pink? There's no right or wrong answer. Which one are you leaning towards? I thought this would be the best way to kind of get the feel. So I'm so interested to hear from all of you. And I looked for cabinets for this idea everywhere, you guys. I like scoured the internet, I looked at IKEA, but I didn't want to spend the money for a finished cabinet since I'm gonna be painting it. I looked at some other websites where they do sell just the frame, but it was just like a ton of money. So we're gonna DIY it ourselves. Now these garden stools might look pretty aesthetic in this clip, but I was literally like balancing them on those. I just couldn't find anything else around the house where the edges, the bottom edges of the cabinet wouldn't be actually touching the surface, and I wanted to paint those, of course, so just don't do this, you guys. It was a little risky, but as you can see, it all worked out. They never fell. I'm doing 2 coats of this primer, then I will do 2 coats of the paint, and honestly, I obviously saved a bunch of money with the raw wood cabinets, but it was just so much easier not having to sand off a finish, so I highly recommend doing it this way. And the color of these cabinets are going to be Stardew by Sherwin-Williams. I love to go on Pinterest and just scroll and look for popular shades of blue, look at them in different homes. Of course, you know, every photo is slightly edited and a little bit brighter and whatnot, so you really need to just compare a bunch of different options. But this Stardew is just, it's such a beautiful shade of blue, and I'm so excited to have these cabinets this color. So the cabinets I went with are a raw wood from Lowe's. And here's what these raw wood cabinets look like. Again, this is a big size, you guys. The depth is 12 inches, 30 inches, and it's $129. And this is upside down, but you get the idea. It does come with a shelf inside, of course, and then it has the little spacers. There's holes that are drilled from top to bottom. So overall, I think this is such a good deal. It's really nice quality, and I can just tell that they're gonna hold up great. These are 30-inch cabinets. I'm going to have 2 of them. So it's gonna go a little bit on the outside of the length of the washer and dryer and give us obviously way more storage than we currently have. We currently have none. And I did pick a cabinet that was a foot deep because I wanted to make sure I could actually put a laundry detergent bottle in there, front to back and not left to right. And it's just gonna give me so much more storage because I know, you know, somehow at first it's gonna be empty, but I know eventually I will fill up these cabinets. So I cannot wait to see what this looks like, you guys. The wallpaper, the cabinet with the blue color, the fabric in the front, whatever it is just so beautiful, so pretty. And this is gonna be probably one of my favorite things in the house until whatever project we do next. So I got to work on first priming these cabinets. This is the primer that I went with. And let me just say one thing that goes with like every aspect of life and not just decorating and DIYing. Don't be afraid to admit what you don't know. I love to ask people at hardware stores, regardless of where I am, for their advice and recommendations and product recommendations, tips, and so on and so forth. So that is the primer I was recommended. I asked if I should get paint and primer in one, and he highly recommended first a primer and then the paint, just because it's obviously raw wood and the sides especially were gonna suck up a ton of primer. He ideally recommended about 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint just to make it really opaque and get the most out of the paint. And I did go for a semi-gloss finish. Again, this is a laundry room. I want to take more risks on purpose. So satin is a way more, I wouldn't say it's way more, but it's a little more common of a finish for cabinets than semi-gloss. But girl, we're going all out in here. So I'm still in the very beginning stages, as you can see, of these cabinets. We have yet to cut out the center, but I know by now, after talking about this so much, you guys definitely are getting the idea and the vision. And for the tile in this space, I wanted to go with something a little more neutral and traditional. Since we're going a little bit out there with the cabinets and we're gonna go out there with the wallpaper, which we're about to get into, I needed at least something just to neutralize and bring all of those fun pops of color together. So I wanted to go with something that had those white and gray tones, more of like the traditional feel of marble, but not marble because we're not trying to spend $1 million. So I was looking at a bunch of different options, and of course Chad's gonna help me with the tile, you know, like applying the tile and that whole project. And he was like, please just pick something a little more simple, because I have picked tiles in the past that were pretty hard to install. And these were just such a great deal. They were night and day cheaper than any other aspect, and these are huge tiles, so it's gonna go up real quick. And here is the tile. It is extremely heavy because it's such large pieces. This looks very much like a marble, but it is a porcelain. And I wanted to open this up and bring a piece upstairs so we can see what it looks like in the space. And do you see how beautiful this is? It looks so much like a Calcutta marble without that insane price tag. And it's gonna go up real quick. So I just wanna hold it up in a couple areas and let me know. I really am thinking about 30 inches, almost like a countertop height of tile, floor to wall, wallpaper the rest. And then are we gonna do tile from the counter up or just keep it consistent all the way around? Let me know what you think. And we're definitely gonna have some design challenges in here. We have 3 of these box things on the walls. It's not like I could move those and put them somewhere else. I need to hide them. So I'm open to any and all ideas. I'm thinking a little basket over that top one, or especially a canvas on this one, like something like this. I might just find a cheap canvas and paint over it. That way it's hollow on the back and I can hide this, because with all of the work we're about to do in here, the last thing I want your eye to be drawn to is all of this stuff. And for wallpaper, I'm using a semi-permanent option. Many of you know I'm literally obsessed with semi-permanent wallpaper. I've used it in every house we've ever had. It's great because it's so easy to install. It's very forgiving. It's renter friendly. Or if you own your home and you're selling it one day, I would definitely mention your wallpaper is semi-permanent, because some people just don't realize this is a thing. And if you want to remove it, all you do is pull it off. Like literally that's it. There's no scraping. It's not messy. It's just the best. So I'm using wall blush for this project, and I wanted to put a couple options on the screen so you guys can help me pick out which wallpaper to order based on everything else we've already designed and figured out so far in the video. So I'm thinking the blue on blue. I'm open to a few other options, but let me know what you're thinking. 1 and 2 are what I'm really leaning towards. 3, 4, 5 I'm considering, and please let me know which one you like in the comments. That's what I'll order, and then we'll put it up together in part 2. Now, once you're actually in the room, the main focal point is going to be this wall with the windows and the folding table, and not so much the washer dryer cabinet wall. So I have shared these shelves in the past from Etsy. I still am strongly considering that, and I need to figure out by the end of the week if I'm going with that and order it, because it takes a while. But I've also been looking on Facebook Marketplace and just really trying to find something cool and unique to add shelving on this wall. So I'm gonna go back and forth between something we don't know that exists yet in those shelves, but let me know what you guys think, if there's any other ideas you think I should do on that wall. And I'm just so excited in part 2 to actually put all of these things together with you guys. It's gonna be such a unique and cool space, and I seriously want it styled out from top to bottom. So I'm really looking forward to completing this space with you guys. And again, please let me know down below what you're thinking about all aspects of this video. I really wanted this to be interactive and us literally designing and decorating this room together. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like so I know to make more videos like this. Also, subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you here. Write your comments down below. Recent videos and more are linked in that description box. And I will see you right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye!